first you're gonna want to thaw your ground beef. If it was frozen, mine just came out of the freezer. So I'm gonna thaw it by putting it on this plate, leaving it here to thaw. Maybe I'll put it in the fridge. But also, if you were to put them in the fridge to thaw, make sure you try to get them near the bottom shelf as possible of your refrigerator. So I'd probably put them like at least right there, just because it's a TCS food and you don't want the residue odoring off the top into the bottom of your foods. Okay guys, so after your meat is done thawing, you're gonna cut it out and put it onto your pan. Okay guys, so you guys could cook as much meat as you want. Obviously, if you're gonna cook more meat, you may need more pans. I'm cooking 2 pounds of meat, 85%. And something important to note is you don't need to oil up the pan, just because the meat, even if it's 93% meat, it already has natural fat, so it makes it easy. You don't have to do any of that. It creates its own oil. Another thing to note is that red meat, chicken, any type of meat really is a TCS food, which means you gotta care about the time, temperature, control safety. So I want to keep myself very sanitized. Anytime I touch raw meat, I go and wash my hands before I pick up the camera and whatnot. And I'm going to keep all my environment basically sanitized. I did just cook eggs before this, that's why that's right here, but ignore that. You really can't overcook it. So once all the meat is cooked, then it is done. Once it's not red and whatnot. But so we're going to put a temperature here. I put it at 4 for now. And then we're gonna spread up the meat, mash it in right now. Okay, so once you got your meat to a mash, don't worry if some of it is brown and some of it is still red. That's normal. All of it is gonna be cooked thoroughly, just the same amount at the end. But so now to get into, if you want to add seasonings, I like to add pink Himalayan salt, black pepper. Actually, I like to use both of these salts just because they offer different minerals and electrolytes. Pepper, oregano, and garlic powder. And then if you have any vegetables, first I would cut them up, put them into the dish, and then start seasoning it. For me, I'm going to use jalapenos and onions. You could really use anything. Broccoli is a good one, but yeah, I'm just going to use these two. Okay, so I got my vegetables in there. Make sure you guys keep stirring the meat just so it does cook evenly throughout the meal. Throughout the process, sorry. Doing this on the camera is actually a lot harder. But yeah, so mix it up evenly, and then you're gonna go, I'll do that a better job later on. Then you're gonna go and get your salt. Now salt not only adds flavor to your dish, but it also preserves it. So if you want your food to last longer in the refrigerator, salt is doing that job for you. Okay. I know it looks like I just added a lot, but I had to cut these little holes in it, so I barely added anything. A little bit of Himalayan salt. Black pepper. And guys, seasonings have so many health benefits. Whenever I learned about all the health benefits that seasoning have on your colon and just your overall metabolic health, I just kind of started going crazy with my seasonings. So you could really add whatever you want. Oregano, basil, garlic powder. If you don't have an onion, I'll do an onion powder. Chili powder is good. Turmeric. All that is great stuff. Okay, and as you guys can see, it's pretty much done here. All I've been doing is just mixing it up and whatnot. And I've kept it at 4 this whole time. I haven't moved it. I've just found that that's a good temperature for me to be able to cook to cut all the vegetables in time while it cooks. And yeah, it's pretty much done. Maybe it'll go a little longer, but if you cut up a piece, the way you can know is if you take a piece, don't do this at home, but I'm gonna bite into it, and it's not really red in the middle, it's just gray and brown. And you can cut it up in there. I would have done that, but I have my hand holding the camera right now. But yeah, it's pretty much cooked. You can try it, see if you want to add more seasoning to it and whatnot. And then an important thing to know is you want to make sure that it's cooked all the way, because you don't want it to get you sick. Because if you don't know, that red meat is host to a lot of disease-ridden bacteria such as Salmonella and E. coli, just to name a few. But yeah, we want to make sure that cooked all the way, and I'm just gonna let it set here. I'm gonna turn off the temperature. And the reason I'm doing that is because I have a plastic Tupperware. If you have a glass Tupperware, you don't have to worry about it too much, but I don't want it to be too hot to melt the plastic, and then I end up eating a bunch of microplastics, which has a numerous amount of health risks. But yeah, we're gonna let it cook, let it cool down, and then I'm gonna transfer it into my Tupperware and try to like get as much oil out of it as I can with the holes in the spatula. But yeah, that's how you cook ground beef. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and peace.